The 50th anniversary of the first moon landing is 1 month away, and as part of the celebration, NASA wants to hear our personal memories about the event. So joining us live this morning, NASA scientist Barbara Cohen. Thank you very much for being here. So why do you want our memories? And I guess how do we get them to you, like by mail?
Well, good morning, Travis. Thanks for having me. We're very excited about the upcoming Apollo anniversary. Of course, those two people who landed on the moon were only the tip of the iceberg. There were thousands of NASA scientists and engineers who helped put them there. 400,000 people across the U.S. worked on the Apollo program, and of course millions across the U.S. and the world watched those first steps live. So we do want to hear your stories. We want to hear where you were, how the Apollo landings affected your life, and if you were born like me after the Apollo missions, maybe you remember your parents telling you something, or your grandparents, or your neighbors. Maybe you knew someone who worked on the Apollo program. So we have a website that's called nasa.gov Apollo Stories, and you could go there and uplink your audio story and share it with us, and we'll in turn share it with the world. You can go on our map and you can downlink other people's stories and see maybe what your neighbors were thinking or people in your area as well.
All right, I want to ask you personally how the Apollo 11 mission impacted you. You were a planetary scientist. I have heard a rumor you even have an asteroid maybe named after you. So what has the mission meant to you in your career?
I do have an asteroid named after me, and I got that honor because I work on lunar samples, actually. So I spent my career working on those samples that the astronauts brought back for us. That's one of the greatest scientific gifts that they gave us. Those samples, we open them up in our laboratory, and as geologists, we look at their elements and their isotopes, and we learn about the moon's origin. We learn about the origin of all planets, whether they have a crust, a mantle, and a core. They have maybe earthquakes inside, moonquakes, and they may have water in them, and the water is really an important resource that we might be able to use to help sustain future lunar bases.
All right, so NASA wants to go back to the moon. If you're taking volunteers, I'm volunteering because I definitely want to go to the moon. But why is getting back to the moon important?
Well, you'll have to get in line because I'm ahead of you in that line. But we do want to go to the moon because we want to learn to live and work in space. We have learned how to live in low Earth orbit, but now we want to expand our presence across the solar system. So living on another planet is really an important job for NASA to do. We want to have a base there that's sustainable. We want to work with our commercial and international partners to get us there. And then what we learn from living on another surface, we can take with us to other places like Mars.
Yeah, which I only have a couple more seconds with you, but I want to ask about that. Does this get us closer to Mars if we can get back to the moon?
It absolutely does. Our trajectory is called Moon to Mars because we want to expand our presence, learning what we can learn about the moon, about how to live and work there, and how to take that to Mars to build a sustainable presence there as well.
Awesome. NASA scientist Barbara Cohen, thank you very much. Congratulations on the asteroid with your name on it. And please put my name down for going to the moon after your name and everybody else's name. Appreciate your time very much.
I absolutely will. And share your stories at nasa.gov Apollo Stories.
All right. We put a link to that website on our website. Just go to the link section on q13fox.com.